This is a special presentation from Mix TV, Channel 19. Athletes, 10 games, 100 yards. Hundreds of players, thousands of fans, countless snaps, blocks, and tackles. One goal. This is Sallisaw Black Diamond Football. Now here's Matt Merrill and Chris Sharp.
Good Lord. You're up.
Welcome, everybody, to Aubrey J. Hinshaw Stadium at Marty Rogers Field here in Muldrow, Oklahoma, as the Black Diamonds take on the Muldrow Bulldogs tonight. 1-6 Bulldogs. Sallisaw coming off 3 victories in a row, now at 4-3 and 3-1 in district play, looking to get another district win and solidify a playoff spot tonight.
Yeah, that's what tonight has on the line for Sallisaw. If they win tonight, Matt, they secure themselves a playoff spot for the first time in a couple of years. Rainy, cold. Muddy field tonight. So, Sallisaw's got their work cut out for them. And it should be a good game. Be a fun game to watch. I remember watching a couple of weeks ago that NFL game on the slop with the Redskins.
And the 49ers.
That's what we're looking at tonight as the referees are kind of walking, checking out the field too. So
yeah, it let up a little bit, but we've kind of looked off and on. It really looked like it was going to be raining all night tonight. It's getting colder by the second. We're kind of feeling that in here as we got some windows open to kind of give y'all some better views tonight, clearer views with our cameras. But we'll sacrifice a little for the.
That's going to be what we can do for them. Right.
That's right.
Yeah, just to make sure that it's clear and not foggy. But yeah, Sallisaw. Here's something interesting, Matt. Sallisaw has yet to arrive at the stadium here tonight.
Yes.
We're being told that
now
they
6:50.
We were being told they decided to conduct all of their warm-ups at home on the turf, and then they're going to get on the bus fully dressed, make the trip here to Muldrow, get off the bus, and literally the plan, Coach Lowe said, is to walk onto the field, flip the coin, and go.
Get out there, ready to go.
Yeah.
So
that's I've never seen Sallisaw do that.
No, and I don't know if that's if it's a turf thing, who knows? But they're getting warmed up on their own time. They'll be here. We saw some buses pull up.
That was the band.
I think it was the band.
They are
so
not
we have
here.
not seen them pull up at all yet.
I think the rule is you have to be here at least 5 minutes before kickoff.
Yeah.
And so they've got 5 minutes to roll in. So
that's right. We'll look forward to a good game tonight. As always, from Mix TV Channel 19, I'm Matt Merrill. This is Chris Sharp. We're going to take a quick break, get you the keys to the game, and get you ready for kickoff here in Muldrow. We'll be right back.
You're watching Black Diamond Football on Mix TV Channel 19. Woo!
Hey folks, it's Justin Pettit. Be sure to join me and Sallisaw head football coach Randon Lowe each Wednesday at 6:30 live from Shady Oak Wing Shack for the Black Diamond Coaches Show. Come on out and have some great food and a great atmosphere as we talk all things Black Diamonds. That's the Black Diamond Coaches Show every Wednesday at 6:30 live from Shady Oak Wing Shack.
Whether you are a do-it-yourselfer or a contractor, Taylor Rental has the equipment you need when and where you need it. We carry a large selection of landscape equipment, power tools, lifts, loaders, excavators, and more. Taylor Rental is also your local retailer and service center for Hustler, Husqvarna, and Woods products. From rental to sales, from service to parts, we are Sallisaw's one-stop resource for all your indoor and outdoor projects. Taylor Rentals at 2510 South Kerr Boulevard. Find us online at arklahomarental.com.
Injuries happen. It's part of the game. When they happen, athletes deserve the best treatment available. Northeastern Health System in Sallisaw is here for you. Updated facilities and leading ER, radiology, and physical therapy departments provide top quality treatment, ensuring student athletes are back in the classroom and on the field as quickly as possible. So play hard and rest easy, because Northeastern Health System has got your back. Go Black Diamonds.
Forever Memories Funeral Services offers local ownership with deep roots in the community and a caring staff dedicated to serving Sequoyah County and surrounding communities. We provide ceremonies uniquely designed to celebrate the life journey of your loved one. We welcome you to take advantage of all our services, including pre-planning and grief counseling. Forever Memories Funeral Services, bringing family and friends together in a time of loss.
Score big with Gray Brothers and Kubota. Get football season kickoff savings such as the incredible Kubota BX 1880 tractor and get 0 down with 1.99% APR financing. Or for the ultimate ATV experience, try our all-new Kubota Sidekick and get 0 down with 2.99% APR financing for up to 72 months. Plus, ask us about the great package deals available on the Kubota L2501 tractor and matching equipment. So stop into Gray Brothers Equipment today and take the opportunity to experience Kubota with football season kickoff savings.
This is more than a bundle. It's more than a combo deal. It's not just stuff. This is your home, your car. And you want to give them the protection they deserve with home and auto insurance. State Farm agents get it. It's why they're here.
Talk to State Farm agent Shannon Van in Sallisaw today.
Is your furnace or air conditioner in your home acting up and causing you to be uncomfortable? Whether your furnace stops running or your air conditioning unit needs to be upgraded, you can count on Freeman Heat and Air, an authorized York dealer to provide the service and equipment you need to be comfortable again. Count on them for trustworthy, on-time, and worry-free service. Think Freeman Heat and Air and York for all your indoor comfort needs, when honesty and quality count.
At LaFerry's Propane, their friendly and dependable service is what sets them apart from their competitors, and they always strive to have the lowest price propane in the area, too. LaFerry's Propane is an Oklahoma family-owned business with a local office just east of Sallisaw, employees that live in the community, and a propane filling station on site. No job is too large or too small. When it comes to propane, LaFerry's does it all. Come visit them on Highway 64 just east of town or check them out online at laferryspropane.com.
At Sallisaw Lumber, we are more than just a lumber yard. We are your full-service lumber company, hardware store, and appliance and flooring center all in one. If you don't find what you need, we'll order it for you. Our guys are standing at the counter ready to wait on you. And if you can't take it with you, we can deliver it to you for only $10. At Sallisaw Lumber, we've not forgot about good customer service. Sallisaw Lumber saves you time, saves you money.
Losing a loved one can be a devastating experience. Agent Mallory Martin Funeral Home has been caring for families for more than 100 years. We have 8 licensed funeral directors, 4 pre-arrangement counselors, and 3 locations in Sequoyah County.
When my mother passed away, I called Agent Mallory Martin, and they handled every request and took care of every detail.
Remember, it doesn't cost more to call the best. Let our family serve your family.
At Wayland's Body Shop, they truly believe that lasting relationships don't happen by accident. They're built on hard work, trust, and respect. Wayland's Body Shop will work closely with you and your insurance company to ensure that your repair will be done in a timely fashion and to your satisfaction. They treat you the way they like to be treated. It's less stressful when you take your auto to Wayland's Body Shop in Sallisaw.
If you prefer real mornings, shouldn't you have a real breakfast? At McDonald's, we get real about breakfast. That's why you can get a savory sausage biscuit and crispy golden hash browns for only $1.50. It's time to wake up breakfast.
And the rain has begun to fall as it's coming down a little harder now than it was earlier here at RBJ Henshaw Stadium in Muldrow, Oklahoma. And we have a big revelation, as you can see now, as the Black Diamonds have entered the stadium.
They have showed up. That's good. They got here on time. No forfeit tonight.
That's right.
And everything is good to go.
They walked right on the field, went to the stretching, getting loose, and as we are now under 4 minutes to go until kickoff.
Yeah, they're looking to bring the captains out now. And like we talked about in the pregame, Matt, this game tonight for Sallisaw there's a lot rides on this. If Sallisaw can come up with a victory tonight in the rain and the slop, they will secure themselves a playoff spot. We can look at the district standings. where Broken Bow and Poto are tied at the top at 4-0. Now, that's going to change because Poto is traveling to Broken Bow tonight, so that will be different next week. And then there's Sallisaw sitting at 3-1, and they have the head-to-head win at Fort Gibson. They have the head-to-head win against Hilldale. So if they can get the head-to-head win against Muldrow and both Stillwell, they're going to secure at least a third or a fourth seed. Now, if they win this game tonight, they're going to travel to Broken Bow next week with a chance
for a home game,
to play a home playoff game, which we don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. You got to take care of business tonight. But as you can see with the district standings, it sets up really, really nice for the Black Diamonds entering into the postseason.
It does, and the captain's coming here right now. We'll get kind of pull up Joshua and get our keys to the game here.
Yeah. So the key, hey, listen, we've had basically the same keys to the game the last 3 weeks, and guess what? They're 3-0 the last 3 weeks, and so whatever they're doing, it seems to be working. So a lot of that is going to stay the same tonight. They do have to take care of the football tonight. It is going to be a muddy, sloppy, wet field, and the ball is going to be wet. It's turnover, prime conditions for turnover. So whoever really, because what Muldrow's hoping is that this weather equalizes. Everybody's been talking about downstairs. The last time Sallisaw got beat by Muldrow here was a night very similar to this, and they eked out a 15-13 win over the Black Diamonds. So they're hoping that this weather equalizes things, but you have to take care of the football. So whichever team can win the turnover battle has a great shot tonight. And
we'll be anxious because we didn't get to talk to Coach Lowe down on the field today, as we usually do before the games.
We don't know what his plan is going to be,
because it's going to probably eliminate the 5-wide empty set spread offense.
Second key to the game is just wrap up and tackle. I mean, there's going to be, again, wet, slippery. The jerseys are going to be wet. You have to make sure you wrap up and get them down. Arm tackles tonight are not going to do it. You got to put Muldrow away early. The longer that they stay in this game, the more they're going to kind of get that motivation and that thought that they can pull this out. So Sallisaw has to jump on them early, put points on the board early, and get on top. And then, like they've done the last 3 weeks, stay aggressive on both sides of the ball. Come out firing on defense, show some pressure. Muldrow's going to have to handle the football just like we are, put pressure on them, and see if you can get a couple of turnovers early and get the momentum switched on your side.
I think that's big in a game like this. We still consider this a rivalry game. Muldrow Salisaw's been that way for a long time. And so getting turnovers early or getting the ball back early stuff, we're going to kick off here. So getting a 3 and out and getting a score, as we always talk about the momentum. And it's big in a rivalry-esque game.
Yeah.
And so it's we'll say this is probably comparable to Bedlam rivalry. It's lopsided right now, but they don't like each other. It's close rivals.
There's no love loss here. You talk to the Sallisaw guys. When Muldrow, I think it was right after I graduated, they started to they go down to 3A, then they'll come back up to 4A, down to 3A. So some years they're on the schedule, some years they're not on the schedule. I think the rivalry has kind of lost its luster a little bit, but in the last couple of years, it's back in full swing. And this Muldrow team, I'm telling you, they're 1-6, but like Coach Lowe said in the coaches show the other day, they play hard. That's one thing that you can count on. 100% getting out of 100% of their effort is out of Muldrow tonight.
Absolutely. So Upton's going to be doing the kicking duties for the Diamonds tonight. He's going to kick off here on the right hash, 40-yard line. Rain just steady falling. I don't know if you can see it on camera very well. Get a good shot when you get up to those lights. Maybe we can get a camera shot later on, kind of show it.
And that rain is supposed to stay like this the entirety of the football game. So
Upton's hands up, ready to go. Kick is away, and we are underway here at Aubrey J. Henshaw Stadium as the kick goes straight out of bounds at about the 32-yard line, which will put the ball at the 35. And Muldrow will start there, and let's see if we can get I think they have a different starting quarterback tonight. We're going to look and see. Looks like the ref's trying to get a dry ball out.
He's just now making the call on.
So the ball will be spotted at 35.
35-yard line.
So leading the Bulldogs will be freshman number 4 quarterback Cam Matthews.
So Muldrow.
So handoff off the right side, gets about 1 on the play. If we get a number on that running back, it looks like McHenry brought him down, and that's Caden Chandler, sophomore.
So we were told as we walked up that Muldrow is going to be about 4 or 5 players light tonight due to some quitting and some different things. We're not 100% sure, but that, just so you know, that's why the freshman is starting. You'll see a lot of freshmen on the field tonight for Muldrow.
So 2 yards on the pickup, 2nd down and 8. That was Ty McHenry on the tackle. Matthews takes the snap, hands off to Crumrine off the left side, and he's brought down to the backfield. I think that's Cole Sanders. And it is, as he's going to lose about 5 yards on the play and bring it to 3rd and long.
Notice something interesting there that Muldrow's doing. You know, we talk about sometimes the linebackers reading the guards. You know, if a pulling guard, you go to the pulling guard. A lot of times that's going to take you to the play. That time they pulled the guard opposite of the way the play went, trying to draw those Sallisaw linebackers away from the flow. And Sanders made a good job keeping contained there, making the play.
So 3rd down and 15, ball at their own 30. Opening drive here for the Bulldogs. Matthews in shotgun. Back to his right. There's going to be a false start, I believe.
Try to get those headlights in the background off for you guys. Car back
it's
there.
going to be offsides called against the Diamonds, so it'll make it 3rd and 10.
Car back there with their headlights on.
So ball's back to the original line of scrimmage, 3rd down and 10.
I tell you, there's a lot. The real MVP tonight are the ball boys, because they're going to be running balls in and out with towels.
Shotgun snap, drops back, throws the out route, caught by number 21, slips a little bit, turns upfield, going to get some yardage and the 1st down. That's 21, Trendon Collins, another freshman here for the Bulldogs.
And if you guys recognize the last name Collins, his older sister is one of the better basketball players in the state of Oklahoma.
And their dad, a former LSU basketball player with Brian Reeves.
Yeah, so talent for sure with Trendon Collins. So, and that's going to have to wrap up. Had a chance to kind of wrap him down before the line of scrimmage, or before he got the 1st down.
And you talked about that, but those uniforms being hard
to watch him getting deep.
Pistol set from Matthews, hands off to Crumrine up the line of scrimmage. Same player, number 10, Creighton Smith.
Another underclassman, you could call it, sophomore freshman.
So 2nd down and 11.
Yeah, so far, everyone to touch the football for Muldrow tonight has either been a freshman or a sophomore.
Shotgun, 4 wide. Option to the left. He's going to keep it. Breaks through one tackle, ball out.
I think Muldrow, no signal from Sallisaw yet. Usually they'll come up.
If there's any thought, and they do got it.
So that's what we're talking. Getting a turnover early with that slippery ball.
It's going to be Jace Nicholson on the recovery. It looks like the quarterback, Matthews, is hurt.
And that can't be good news for Muldrow. I'm not sure where you go after this.
They tend to Matthews. We're going to take a quick break here, and we'll be right back here from Mix TV 19.
When severe weather knocks you down, Shelter Insurance is there to help pick you up.
For a free insurance review, contact Shelter Insurance Agent Randall Baker.
Peters Agency in Sallisaw provides case management, home health, provider care, and hospice services. Hospice provides end-of-life care to the terminally ill of all ages. Skilled nurses, certified aides, and other hospice team members make scheduled visits to the patient whether they reside at home, in an assisted or independent living center, or nursing home. Peters Agency is one of only 4 hospice agencies in the state of Oklahoma to be nationally accredited by the Accreditation Commission for Healthcare.
Care with prayer changes things.
At National Bank at Sallisaw, we know that sometimes you need a little help to make that dream home a reality. We know that having something you need and having something you really want can often go hand in hand. And sometimes, when you need a little extra, it's not for you at all, but for something much more important. National Bank of Sallisaw, money to lend with low interest rates. It's what we do. It's another way we can help.
We're back here as they tend to quarterback Cam Matthews.
Yeah, it looks like a knee
coming
or
up field.
But after that, during that play, obviously want to make sure he's okay. But Sallisaw was able to come up with a fumble recovery, so they will be on offense coming out here. Their first drive of the game in the rain.
On the plus 45. Here's a good field position here to start.
Yeah, we'll kind of keep an eye on Cam Matthews and where they take him from here. But again, Muldrow's going to be down to, I think, probably their third string quarterback.
So here we go. First possession of the game for the Diamonds. Shotgun formation for Jackson. Tyre hands off. Looks like Sawyer pull on the carry, and he's going to get stuffed. Stuffed in the backfield for a 6-yard loss.
Yeah, and that's one thing you'll notice.
The opening play.
You'll notice from Muldrow is they will fly around. I mean, they will play with some energy, and they'll play with some speed. They do give everything they have on every play. So Sallisaw kind of tries to speed up here a little bit.
And they sucked into that handoff, and it looked like it was an option for McTyre. If he had held it just maybe a little bit longer, he could have took off with it. As he's going to do that right here. He's got a big hole. Then get off to the 40-yard line as he gets down to about the 39. It's going to be a 12-yard pickup on first down for McTyre.
Yeah, so it's just like you were talking about. They closed in on the running back pool on the first play, and then they ran the same play, and then he kept the ball and got upfield. Now, this is one of those, it looked like McTyre's coming up a little hobbly too. This wet grass, those cleats are going to hang in that grass, and so
they're going to go under center here. Pull the deep back. It's going to be a handoff to pull off the right side. He is hit hard. Number 3, Sean Irvin, just flew through that line.
Nobody touched him. Came untouched through the line from his position. I believe he was at linebacker. And Sallisaw's going to have to correct that because you can't let him fly through the line of scrimmage like that all night and expect to do anything in the run game.
So it'll be a 4th down here for the Diamonds in their opening possession. Ball at the 42 of the Bulldogs as McTyre looks to the side, changing the play. 15 seconds on the play clock. It's going to be a timeout on the field.
Looks like the Bulldogs want to
called
talk about
by
it.
the Bulldogs. So we'll take a quick timeout as well as Diamonds face a 4th down. We'll be right back here from Mix TV, Channel 19.
At Charlie's Chicken, you can expect a delicious variety of freshly fried chicken complemented by over 10 home-style side options along with delicious desserts. Enjoy daily specials or a signature combo meal like Charlie's famous chicken chunks. Still want more? Their lunch and evening buffets are served 7 days a week and filled with all your favorites. For those on the go, drop by Charlie's drive-thru window and ask about catering too. Warning, chicken's so good, it'll knock your socks off. Charlie's Chicken in Sallisaw, 720 West Cherokee Avenue.
Black Diamonds are coming out facing a 4th down and about 7 here on their opening possession as they recovered a fumble on Muldrow's opening possession to start the game. Couple running plays for the Diamonds to open up.
Pretty conservative, just to kind of get a feel for the grass and feel for the the weather and you see what Muldrow's going to do. But like I said, they've come out guns a-blazing here. So Sallisaw probably is going to look at maybe trying to get it back, open it up a little bit to what you're accustomed to doing.
So shotgun, McTyre and pull in the backfield as he's going to be rushed heavy again. Jackson had nowhere to throw, nowhere to even think about looking because he was pressured as soon as he took the snap.
Yeah, no, they full out brought the house on that, and Sallisaw just did not have enough people up front to block them.
Kind of a reality check on that opening drive here for the Diamonds.
I'm sure they'll get us some coaching on the sideline. It's one of those games, Sallisaw has not been in this position where you could, a trap game type of position.
So it looks like it's going to be Creighton Smith, who was lined up at running back in the previous drive, Going to play a little quarterback here, and I'm going to guess we're going to see a heavy dose of running and option play and a lot of handoffs here, as the Diamonds will stop him for a loss of 1 on the play. That was Nate Chandler, a senior.
They've Cam Matthews has been on the Muldrow sideline walking back and forth, trying to, lateral, put some lateral moves on that leg, and it's just, I don't think it's going to work.
So 2nd down and 11. Shotgun snap, handoff to the right side to Caden Chandler. He's going to be brought down by a host of Diamonds here. Colt Sanders, Trent Jones,
plethora,
and many more on the tackle for the Diamonds, as they're going to lose another yard or 2 here and bring down 3rd and long, as they converted, what was it, a 3rd and 10 earlier.
Yeah, no, it's 3rd and 10 on a little swing pass out there to Trenton Collins, and I'd look for, why not, right? I mean, I'd look for something to him again, get it to your playmaker.
And you see him in the slot here on the near side. So 3rd and 12.
They wanted timeout, didn't get it. Tried to go to Collins, but.
And remember, this drive, they have Creighton Smith, a quarterback, who natural position, we don't know, but may not be quarterback.
And you couple brand new, probably hasn't taken a snap all year with throwing a wet football. I mean, it's never a good combination. They are going to go for it here.
I think they're actually going to punt it. Either their punter's not out there, or they're going to use another timeout. As the Bulldogs will use their 2nd timeout of the first half here in the first quarter. So an interesting, start here for both sides. The weather is really playing a huge factor in this game, as we knew it would.
Well, it's just kind of one of those weird nights, where you got the weather, and you got, Sallisaw didn't show up until 5 minutes before the game. Muldrow's, short a bunch of players. They're starting a lot of freshmen, and it just has all the makings to be one of those crazy, weird nights that Sallisaw needs to, like we talked about in the pregame, they need to come out and put away all that by getting on top of these guys 2 or 3 or 4 scores here in the first half. And, to me, it looked like Sallisaw on that first offensive possession came out a little bit flat. And maybe, I know coaches are over there getting them ready to go because they have to come out and play.
So Sean Irvin is back to punt here on 4th and 12. Ball's at about midfield here. I think it's Jason Nicholson, looks like, back there for the Diamonds. Be a good punt, caught at about the 19 as Nicholson takes it there. Makes the first man miss, cuts in the middle, next guy across the 30. Down to about the 34-yard line. So good return, 15-yard return for Jason Nicholson.
That was a good job by Jace. I mean, in these conditions, going east and west is probably not a good idea, because you're gonna try to make a cut, you're gonna slip and fall. Get north south, get what you can get, and then let's get out the offense on the field.
So 2nd possession of the half. McTire, quarterback, pull to his right in the backfield. 3 wide. Snap, handoff to Pull. Makes the cut, but, he has to cut a little different tonight. It's not as easy as it is, when it's dry or on your turf. And so it was a slow cut, and that gave the defender time to get there.
Well, so far, the last couple of plays, going back to the 4th down play, the Muldrow defensive front is having their way with the Sallisaw offensive line right now. And so they've got to get that corrected, or these plays that require time, that require timing, are going to get disrupted all night long.
2nd down and 11. McTire throws out over the head of Scavo, incomplete. So they'll bring up a quick 3rd down and 11 here for the Diamonds. So we'll see if they dial up here on 3rd down and 11.
You don't want to turn the ball over down here in this side of the field. You don't want to give Muldrow any kind of a short field. Make them drive the length on you. Be careful here.
Fake handoff. McTire's going to boot to his right. Looks downfield, throws the deep ball. Has a man. That's Scavo.
Oh, great throw.
And in and out of the hands.
Great throw. Should have been caught.
That was a perfect throw on the run from Jackson McTire. And, that plagued us last week early on in the game.
Drop balls. Yeah, and that's been something I think that when you talk to the offensive coaches, that's something that has frustrated them. The drop balls. because Jackson has done a great job of putting it where it needs to put it, and that's a lot of points that you're giving up, especially last week when
we did the stats. He was 17 of 24 last week, and 4 drops for the first quarter.
Right. The ball almost went through the hands of our punter.
Punt lands at the 35.
Not going to get a whole lot of punt rolls tonight in this stuff.
We'll see. I haven't got to see if Matthews has been moving around any since.
He
did not look great earlier.
He's
I see him
down
right
there in
You're
front of the water cooler, still kind of hobbling. I'll tell you who else are the real MVPs tonight, the camera guys.
Yeah.
I'm looking out the window here at Matt Davis, who's just standing in the rain.
With his custom trash bag cover on the camera. Shotgun snap. Those little dump pass out to his running back on the swing.
This is going to be one of those nights, Matt, where if you're a referee down there, you could probably call a holding call on every play, because as kids are slipping around, reaching out, grabbing as they go to fall.
It'd be a chop block.
Oh, okay. Well, you can slip down and chop block too, I guess. You can probably call a chop block on every play, if you really want to.
Sure. So 1st and 20.
Thank you, Mr. Referee. Or last time I tried it.
So 1st and 25, excuse me. Snap, handoff.
Can hear
up the middle. He's going to get about a couple yards on the play, 2 or 3. Caden Chandler.
Can hear the custom Sallisaw defense basketball cheer from over here. As you can tell, we are on the home side tonight, so we are sharing the press box with the Muldrow scorekeepers. It is the 4th.
And look who's back in there. Cam Matthews, a quarterback. He's going to tough this one out as he's still hobbling around pretty bad.
Hey, good for him, man. Hats off to him for getting back out there.
Well, just think, he's a freshman getting a chance to start here.
Right.
On Friday nights, and so
great job there. Was that
was a heck of a job staying
was that McHenry?
home.
No, who's have asked Nicholson. Great job by Jace there
Sanders bringing him down
to break down and not fall for any of the moves that Collins was trying to put on him there coming around the edge.
That's a watch the belt buckle top tackle.
That's 100%. As the rain is falling a little bit harder now,
and that's gonna do it again as Matthews tried to tough it out there, and you got to respect that. As we talked about making his first career start, really didn't want to come out of that game, but you could tell he's in some serious pain. So Creighton Smith, sophomore, comes back out of quarterback. Low snap, just falls on it, avoids another turnover, and it'll bring up another 3rd down and really long situation here for the Bulldogs. So we talked about pregame all the issues this weather causes, and snaps weren't one of them.
Right.
But you're seeing it already.
Yeah, no, you will. And again, I joked about it, but the ball boy tonight is very important on both sides, because that you want a dry football at least for the snap. Now, if it becomes wet during the process of the play, as that's going to back them up 5 more, then so be it. But you at least want your center to be able to grab as dry football as you can.
It'll make it 3rd and 26.
It's funny you say that, Matt. We, of course, it is football. It is 4th grade football, but Carson and his team play in the playoffs tomorrow in Van Buren, and in anticipation of the rain on their turf, Coach Wilson the other night was dunking the balls in water and letting them snap. And that's going to do it for the first quarter.
And it will. So that'll be the first quarter. Diamonds on top of the Bulldogs here on this wet, cold, chilly evening here in Muldrow, Oklahoma. 8-0 your score. We'll take a quick break. Be right back for the second quarter here on Mix TV, Channel 19.
Hey folks, it's Justin Pettit. Be sure to join me and Sallisaw head football coach Randon Lowe each Wednesday at 6:30 live from Shady Oak Wing Shack for the Black Diamond Coaches Show. Come on out and have some great food and a great atmosphere as we talk all things Black Diamonds. That's the Black Diamond Coaches Show every Wednesday at 6:30 live from Shady Oak Wing Shack.
Whether you are a do-it-yourselfer or a contractor, Taylor Rental has the equipment you need when and where you need it. We carry a large selection of landscape equipment, power tools, lifts, loaders, excavators, and more. Taylor Rental is also your local retailer and service center for Hustler, Husqvarna, and Woods products. From rental to sales, from service to parts, we are Sallisaw's one-stop resource for all your indoor and outdoor projects. Taylor Rentals at 2510 South Kerr Boulevard. Find us online at arklahomarental.com.
So 3rd and 26 here for the Bulldogs to start the second quarter.
First quarter stats, not a lot to talk about.
Really on either side.
Yeah. Poole has the touchdown, but
same guy. Right tackle again, false start. So 3rd and now 31 for the Bulldogs. They're kind of in that punting situation again.
Yeah, there's not a lot of plays in your playbook for 3rd and 31. But McTire has here's how efficient we've been offensively. Poole's -7 yards, McTire is 0 yards rushing, so we're at -7 yards rushing. But we do have a touchdown on the board, and we're 0 for 2 passing. So not a lot of offense here early on in this football game on either side. Nicholson is the defensive player so far with 3 tackles and the fumble recovery. We try to figure out.
Like they're
referees are trying to talk to the clock guys, so we're trying to be quiet so they can hear them.
Resetting it back to 12 minutes because there hasn't been an official play run yet here in this second quarter.
Looks like Boland's running the clock over here.
It's 3rd and 31. They got a big hole as he's got plenty of room to run down to the 35.
Man,
that's Caden Chandler.
If nothing else, Chandler gets them out of a huge hole, and now they're
21 yards on a 3rd and 31.
They'll punt it, but the field position battle is going to be what's the big win there.
And I just got alerted, so it looks like we may have went off air during that touchdown.
Okay.
So to kind of set everyone up, there was a muff punt that the punter mishandled for the Muldrow. Black Diamonds recovered on the 6-yard line. First play off left tackle to Sawyer Poole, and he dove into the end zone for a touchdown. And then we went for 2, and McTire ran it in for the 2-point conversion. So just want to catch everybody up. That's how we got the score 8-0.
And you'll probably when you watch it back on replay, you'll hear the incredible analysis from myself about how the 2-point conversion is so important, right?
Right.
Thank you.
No, it is. And you're right. Last week it played a huge role in that game.
The fact that Sallisaw goes for 2 on that first touchdown and usually gets it and goes up 8-0. You said it. It makes the decision making for the opposing coaches so important because at some point they're going to have to get that.
So under Sarah's got a hold, takes it out, 4 yards.
That right there.
25-yard pickup.
And so you go sideline and you get that. That's the water. So I'm sure that Sawyer came up nice and wet there after that tackle.
So first, it's like just go from shotgun to under center. Hands off again off the right side. Another hole is going to get the first down. And to the 30. It's going to be a 14-yard pickup now as they're starting offense. First and 10 for the Diamonds. 2 plays and 40-plus yards on 2-point pull. And another
same look,
shift.
Just opposite.
Another handoff left side to Poole. Gets to the line for about 6.
This looks familiar. You'll remember last year's game against Muldrow. Sallisaw run game. Kind of game.
I'm out of the half.
Injury happen. When athletes deserve the breathable. Northeast System in Sallisaw is here for you. Facilities and leading ER, radiology, and physical departments provide top in the classroom and on the field quickly as possible. So take it easy because Northeastern Health System has got your back. Go Black Diamonds.
Forever Memories Funeral Services offers local ownership with caring staff serving and ceremonies uniquely designed to celebrate the life journey of your loved one. We welcome you to take advantage of our services, including pre and grief funerals, bringing family and friends to loss.
Second down and 5 as the handoff goes up the middle.
So
that's going to be a first down for the Diamonds.
So we were just informed by our production crew up here that they have removed the scoreboard from the bottom of the screen in hopes that that will fix the connection issue that we seem to be having. So if there's anybody out there, if that worked, let us know. So we will keep you updated on the score.
So a mishap with the quarterback center exchange, and McIntyre's going to take it for a yard gain as he got it picked back up and just kind of followed behind his center to get a yard. So second down and 9 at the 17 for the Diamonds.
Number 64, Kate scored.
We'll keep you frequently time in here with the clock and scoreboard. So McIntyre under center. Borman's the lone receiver out to the near side. Handoff to Poole. Carries a few defenders down to about the 12. He's going to pick up about 5 on the play to bring up third down and short.
Bring up 3rd and 4 for the Diamonds.
So third down and 4. They're going to line up under center again. That's Sanders, Nicholson, and Poole, the backs. Fakes the handoff. McIntyre looks to throw. He's got a man in the end zone. That's McHenry makes the catch.
Wow. Great catch.
Post up his defender and just out. What a play by Ty McHenry.
It's one of those things where, when I first took a look at it, I'm like, there's nobody open.
And he just
kind of tossed it up to him, and he went up and made the catch like you said.
It was a block out. It was just a block out on a free throw, and used all 6'3".
Oh.
And made the catch as Sanders takes the catch.
Wow.
And as soon as he bobbled it and re-caught it, that hole just parted. And he was able to walk right through it for another 2-point conversion as the Diamonds take a 16-0 lead here early on in the second quarter.
That's a gutsy call on a 2-point conversion in these weather conditions. Yes. Having I guess was that the center, or was that center sling the ball over, and you got to 1, throw it right, 2, catch it. And it almost didn't, but it did end up working out for the Diamonds.
And I believe Colton, I don't think he wears gloves.
Old school.
So just imagine yeah.
There's kind of a view. You can kind of get a look there when you get kind of zoomed in at the rain. Josh, see if we can. It's not raining that hard right now. We'll wait till it rains a lot harder. Then we'll give them a view into the lights.
That you can see in between the hashes changing colors a little bit now. Get a good idea how wet that field really is.
Well, when you don't have turf, I mean, these folks that don't have turf, it's tough to play football on.
Mm-hmm. How did we ever do it?
How did we ever do it without it?
Upton's kick, a squib kick right to the up back. That's Crumrine.
He's going to take it.
He's kind of tiptoes and able to drag some defenders all the way across the 40 down to the 44. Eli Crumrine. We got a couple carries, I believe, on that opening drive.
Number 34, Eli Crumrine on the return.
So 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Ball at their own 43-yard line. 16-0 your score. 8:02 to go in the half. If you missed it, Ty McHenry blocked out his defender in the front of the end zone for the touchdown grab earlier.
Well, Sallisaw had been running that power look out of a shift formation on the entire drive, and right there down in the end zone when they needed it on third down, they play action faked out of that, got Ty into the back of the end zone. Like you said, really kind of well covered, but ball was thrown up in the air.
He just used
threw it
his
up in the
size
air, and
to
he
his
just
advantage.
used his size, blocked him out, and jumped up and caught it.
So another false start for the Bulldogs, pushes them back 5 to the 39, 1st and 15.
Oh,
and nearly intercepted. That's Caleb Borman.
Caleb had a chance to go 6 there.
I got another report that I guess, that it seems better, more clear now.
Yeah.
No interruptions. So maybe that scoreboard, we're taking the scoreboard off, helped us as we're just kind of having a lack of signal right now, and the connectivity is really affecting our stream. So just bear with us. We appreciate everyone, and we'll keep you posted as we go on time and score. As 16-0, 50 to go here in the first half. 2nd down to 15 for the Bulldogs.
I love how Caleb just threw his gloves off right there. He's like, these things caused me to miss that.
Boots out. That's Matthews again with the bum leg. Just to do what he did, but he does get brought down hard back at the 1. Unless he was back line again. For now, we don't know if it's an ankle or I'm thinking it's ankle with 4th getting back out there. I don't think they
risk a knee there.
So Matthews a quarterback shotgun. He's got Case Chambers left 3rd and scoreboard's off, but it's 3rd and long, 19 or so. Miller takes the handoff. He's going to get maybe a yard. 18. So I don't believe, the Bulldogs have found their opening drive. And I don't think they got a first down. Since the defense
most of the time they find themselves in situations like they're in here.
Fourth penalties and
right.
Get that off. It's going to be the 48. That's Jason. Got plenty of room to run. Where you're across down to the 30. So Diamond's left position here off the Jay Nicholson turn. Handoff goes to Poole as that was kind of slow developing. As you got to kind of watch your feet here on this field. He's going to get about 5 yards on the play.
Trying to make sure he's got his foot in counter. It was a counter play look that took a little bit up, but 5 yards on down 5 yards. Doesn't have to look pretty every time. So back to that flag football game you guys won, right? In overtime? Nope. Final score, 28-20.
Nice. So 2nd down and 5. Handoff again to Poole up the middle. Going to get about 3, maybe 4 on the play. Bring up 3rd down and short.
I'll say, so Bobby knows exactly what these guys are playing in tonight. He played in that last night.
Ball on the 30. 3rd down and 3. Hand off to Poole again. He's going to get close. Looks like he's got the first down to the 26. Needed 3, got 5 on the play.
Jamie's not moving fast enough, bro.
Hey, come on. You know where I'm at?
Oh, yeah. You're not
First down for the Diamonds. Hand off to Sawyer. He's going to take it down inside the 20. That's in the National Bank Sallisaw red zone.
There it is. I'm not sure Sallisaw's ran in the last 2 series besides
right
the touchdown.
Tackle, left tackle, right tackle, left
besides the touchdown
tackle.
pass.
I remember one game we ran 46 power, 9 out of 10 plays.
There's the quarterback's
the boot,
keep
and
here.
just as you said that, and Muldrow was ready for it, as McTire had no. He's got a yard. I think he did well enough just to get close to the line of scrimmage.
So 3rd and 5. Typically, you would have a lot of on 5 here, but not probably.
I think the stream is really still there. You look for a drag or an out or something to dump pass over the middle.
The options that are probably not in play tonight are those.
And it's not going to happen here because they're going to, unless it's a bootleg. We'll see. It's a handoff to Poole.
He's going to
get the first down and more. Just churning his legs inside the 11. Maybe the 10.
Sallisaw likes those screens down in third and short, third medium range. Off the table tonight because they're, it's just you have to make some plays.
Really fix what's not broken. They're running off tackle and just moving the ball.
If you're moving the ball, it doesn't matter how.
The first and 10, 11. Henderson. He's going to be met immediately at the scrimmage. A few of the big men up front for the Bulldogs. Number 50, Hunter Bias, looks like. And number maybe 34, Eli Crumrine, I think.
One thing you'll notice as the night goes along here is those white jerseys are not going to be as white. And so the team from next year can probably think tonight's game on their brand new white uniforms next year. That happened in 2000.
Second and 10. Yeah, I was the benefit of that.
You got brand new white uniforms because we played in Fort Gibson the last game of the year.
And they also eliminated, so that's when y'all got to do like the belly shirt jerseys and over the pad.
We didn't have any. We had to tuck ours in. Yeah, you didn't have to tuck ours in.
And it's not as cool as it is now. Like, it was not fun. Yep. And you still laced your belts into the pads and all that. The huge thigh pads
when I went,
were 5 inches thick.
When I went and bought, all Carson's stuff for this year, I was amazed.
If when I just go through Academy and Dick's, I'm like,
I was amazed
they get to play with this stuff.
What they have now.
It's like something from the future.
I remember having to dig through the bin and try to find a hip pad to match the other one.
All the time.
He is going to throw it.
He sets back of the end zone, well covered by the Bulldog defense. It's going to be a fourth down for the Diamonds. I remember if you don't get to practice early on Monday or film on Sunday, you can get stuck with a bad pair of pants that don't fit.
Yep.
And I'm not a very big guy, so it's a certain size.
Because you did. They just chunked all the pants into the big.
And us receivers wanted the smallest pants possible. So me and Jody and a few others try to get extra smalls.
Yep. Fourth down here.
So fourth and 12.
Field goal out of range.
Especially in these conditions.
Probably for tonight, right?
Yep. We're inside 1:30 now to go in the first half. Shotgun snap. McTyer looks downfield, throws across the middle, caught. McHenry.
I don't think he got the first down.
He's going to be about, I don't know, the spot's right in front of the goal line, and that's where the marker is as well.
I can't tell from here. I can't tell from here.
If you look over here by the pylon, it's about a yard, the 1 yard line. I think he's inside the 1. Good throw, good catch from McTyer to McHenry.
Bolin, can you go to our pylon cam?
He's asking.
He's asking Matt. Asking Matt to go to our pylon cam down there to see. Have Matt, tell Matt to get out and run. And
it is first down and goal for inside the 1 for the Diamonds.
Yeah, let's take a look at McDonald's replay on that. 4th and 12 here. You got to get within inside the 1. It's just going to be a simple in route.
Watch McHenry just split the 2 defenders. Really kind of ran his own route just to get open. And that was a good spot as we got a quarterback sneak up the middle, and he's in the end zone as McTyer scores to put the Diamonds up now by 3 scores here with the Bulldogs with 1:08 to go in the first half.
And I think Sallisaw is probably going to attempt another 2-point conversion.
Machinery selling donation tickets for a chance to win an awesome prize of woodworking tools. Flagging down, he's in the yellow hat.
McTyer takes the snap, looks to throw, keeps it, spins away from the defender, walks into the end zone for another 2-point conversion. And it's now 24-0, 1:08 to go in the first. Diamonds on top of the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Sallisaw doing a great job tonight. We're just basically running 2 plays and then being able to get the big, 2 touchdown passes, or not, well, the last one wasn't a touchdown pass, but 2 big plays, 1 a touchdown pass, 1 a 4th and 12 conversion on a throw, which, you wouldn't think in these conditions that the passing game would be a big deal, but it definitely is. There's a look.
Oh, wow, you can really see it from that angle.
There's a look at what they're dealing with as the rain comes down a little harder now. Matt, I was just informed that we're going to do the second half outside.
So I was telling you before that me and David Hadley, who we did radio together 4 years ago, our very first game, and we were nervous as you could ever imagine, and we had to do it right here at Aubrey J. Henshaw outside.
Put the
And
radio
then I'm going to
outside.
tell you this. Our very last game, as Upton does a kickoff here, our last game was a playoff game, Sallisaw and Uligaw. As the ball's on the ground, Bulldogs recover it. Was the last Sallisaw playoff game that they were in.
Right.
And that one, cold outside.
Above the press box?
Outside, no, to the side of the press box. There was no room.
Didn't have near the equipment that we have, though, on the radio, did you?
No. It was one box like pretty much a briefcase.
Yeah.
So it's 24-0. Black Diamonds on top. 1:03 to go in the first half. They've really not allowed much for this Bulldog offense here. First one time on the open drive, have not been able to really get anything going since then. And you know, some loose balls and some penalties have really plagued the Bulldog offense.
Muldrow, Salisaw's defense, we're not taking anything away from what they've done since that first drive, giving up that first down. They've done a great job. Muldrow's really hurt themselves with penalties and some bad snaps, and they find themselves third and long, fourth and long situations.
But it's to be expected with everyone even sophomores right now.
With as young as you are, in these conditions, it's tough.
So Matthews back out at quarterback. It's 2nd and 12. Ball on the ground.
Case in point.
And it looks like the Diamonds will recover at the 22-yard line with 13 seconds to go in the first half. Diamonds do have all their timeouts, so maybe you try
maybe get a couple
a
plays.
pass or two.
Get a couple shots here.
Up for at least an attempt.
Maybe a 80-yard attempt. That means you're not listening to a word I said. Yep, I just caught you.
I'm getting feedback on our broadcast.
I said 70-yard attempt, and you went,
Looks for the screen pass. Incomplete as it was set up nicely. Nichols had some room to run.
Probably time for one more, maybe two.
I don't know that I don't post up McHenry here in the end zone and just throw it up.
Or, like you said, post him up at 10, 15 yards down the field, call timeout, try a field goal.
If you're confident in 7 seconds, you can get that. Or you just do a hook and ladder.
Where'd the coaches go?
I hope people remember us talking about that. Is he going to throw it deep in the end zone for Nicholson? It looked like it went off a shoulder pad and a face mask. And they're still.
They left us with .5 on the clock.
Purchase of our booth partners here on the left side.
As we look down the left side of the box at the time.
We will never see him again. So here we go, one more time, and it's going to be the door right. Now it looks back as that's at the end of the first quarter. He jumps one up. He's got some room tonight. Lowered shoulder. And it's all for naught, as that will do it for the first half with the Diamonds up the Bulldogs. 24-0.
Yeah, McHenry was good back to the huddle. He didn't realize that was the end there.
And we will take a break. 24-0. Diamonds on top. We'll be back for your second half kickoff. This is Mixed TV, Channel 19.
More big with Gray Brothers Butter. Get football season savings such as the incredible BX 1880 tractor and get 0 down with 1.99% APR financing. Or for the ultimate ATV experience, try our all-new Kubota Sidekick. Get 0 down with 2.99 APR financing for 7 months. Plus, ask us about the great package deal available on the Kubota L25-1 tractor. And match it. Stop into Gray Brothers Equipment today and take the opportunity to Kubota with football season savings.
This isn't a bundle. It's more a combo deal. It's not just stuff. This is your home, your car, and you want to give them the protection they deserve with home and auto insurance. State Farm agents get it. It's why they're here.
Talk to State Farm agent Shannon Van in Sallisaw today.
Is your furnace or air conditioner in your home acting up and causing you to be uncomfortable? Whether your furnace stops running or your air conditioning unit needs to be upgraded, you can count on Freeman Heat and Air, an authorized York dealer to provide the service and equipment you need to be comfortable again. Count on them for trustworthy, on-time, and worry-free service. Freeman Heat, Air, and your comfort needs, honesty, and quality count.
At LaFerry's Propane, their friendly and dependable service is what sets them apart from their competitors, and they always strive to have the lowest priced propane in the area, too. LaFerry's Propane is an Oklahoma family-owned business with a local office just east of Sallisaw, employees that live in the community, and a propane filling station on site. No job is too large or too small. When it comes to propane, LaFerry's does it all. Come visit them on Highway 64 just east of town or check them out online at laferryspropane.com.
At Sallisaw Lumber, we are more than just a lumber yard. We are your full-service lumber company, hardware store, and appliance and flooring center all in one. If you don't find what you need, we'll order it for you. Our guys are standing at the counter ready to wait on you. And if you can't take it with you, we can deliver it to you for only $10. At Sallisaw Lumber, we've not forgot about good customer service. Sallisaw Lumber saves you time, saves you money.
Losing a loved one can be a devastating experience. Agent Mallory Martin Funeral Home has been caring for families for more than 100 years. We have 8 licensed funeral directors, 4 pre-arrangement counselors, and 3 locations in Sequoyah County.
When my mother passed away, I called Agent Mallory Martin, and they handled every request and took care of every detail.
Remember, it doesn't cost more to call the best. Let our family serve your family.
At Wayland's Body Shop, they truly believe that lasting relationships don't happen by accident. They're built on hard work, trust, and respect. Wayland's Body Shop will work closely with you and your insurance company to ensure that your repair will be done in a timely fashion and to your satisfaction. They treat you the way they like to be treated. It's less stressful when you take your auto to Wayland's Body Shop in Sallisaw.
If you prefer real mornings, shouldn't you have a real breakfast? At McDonald's, we get real about breakfast. That's why you can get a savory sausage biscuit and crispy golden hash browns for only $1.50. It's time to wake up breakfast.
When severe weather knocks you down, Shelter Insurance is there to help pick you up.
For free insurance review, contact Shelter Insurance Agent Randall Baker.
Peters Agency in Sallisaw provides case management, home health, provider care, and hospice services. Hospice provides end-of-life care to the terminally ill of all ages. Skilled nurses, certified aides, and other hospice team members make scheduled visits to the patient whether they reside at home, in an assisted or independent living center, or nursing home. Peters Agency is one of only 4 hospice agencies in the state of Oklahoma to be nationally accredited by the Accreditation Commission for Healthcare.
Care with prayer changes things.
At National Bank at Sallisaw, we know that sometimes you need a little help to make that dream home a reality. We know that having something you need and having something you really want can often go hand in hand. And sometimes, when you need a little extra, it's not for you at all, but for something much more important. National Bank at Sallisaw, money to lend with low interest rates. It's what we do. It's another way we can help.
At Charlie's Chicken, you can expect a delicious variety of freshly fried chicken complemented by over 10 home-style side options along with delicious desserts. Enjoy daily specials or a signature combo meal like Charlie's famous chicken chunks. Still want more? Their lunch and evening buffets are served 7 days a week and filled with all your favorites. For those on the go, drop by Charlie's drive-thru window and ask about catering too. Warning, chicken's so good, it'll knock your socks off. Charlie's Chicken in Sallisaw, 720 West Cherokee Avenue.
It's a well-known fact that in the game of football, defense wins championships. It's the impenetrable coverage of a great defense that defines championship caliber teams, and nothing provides the kind of coverage and long-lasting defense for your home like a good roof from 2M Roofing and Renovation. Our roofers have over 20 years of experience to provide that championship caliber defense for every roof we install. That means that your home will be covered when it comes face to face with the elements. At 2M, we provide the same great coverage for your family that we do for our own. Call us today at 479-279-6628.
You're watching Black Diamond Football on Mix TV, Channel 19.
Hey folks, it's Justin Pettit. Be sure to join me and Sallisaw head football coach Randon Lowe each Wednesday at 6:30 live from Shady Oak Wing Shack for the Black Diamond Coaches Show. Come on out and have some great food and a great atmosphere as we talk all things Black Diamonds. That's the Black Diamond Coaches Show every Wednesday at 6:30 live from Shady Oak Wing Shack.
Whether you are a do-it-yourselfer or a contractor, Taylor Rental has the equipment you need when and where you need it. We carry a large selection of landscape equipment, power tools, lifts, loaders, excavators, and more. Taylor Rental is also your local retailer and service center for Hustler, Husqvarna, and Woods products. From rental to sales, from service to parts, we are Sallisaw's one-stop resource for all your indoor and outdoor projects. Taylor Rentals at 2510 South Kerr Boulevard. Find us online at arklahomarental.com.
Injuries happen. It's part of the game. When they happen, athletes deserve the best treatment available. Northeastern Health System in Sallisaw is here for you. Updated facilities and leading ER, radiology, and physical therapy departments provide top quality treatment, ensuring student athletes are back in the classroom and on the field as quickly as possible. So play hard and rest easy, because Northeastern Health System has got your back. Go Black Diamonds.
Forever Memories Funeral Services offers local ownership with deep roots in the community and a caring staff dedicated to serving Sequoyah County and surrounding communities. We provide ceremonies uniquely designed to celebrate the life journey of your loved one. We welcome you to take advantage of all our services, including pre-planning and grief counseling. Forever Memories Funeral Services, bringing family and friends together in a time of loss.
Score big with Gray Brothers and Kubota. Get football season kickoff savings such as the incredible Kubota BX 1880 tractor and get zero down with 1.99% APR financing. Or for the ultimate ATV experience, try our all-new Kubota Sidekick and get zero down with 2.99% APR financing for up to 72 months. Plus, ask us about the great package deals available on the Kubota L2501 tractor and matching equipment. So stop into Gray Brothers Equipment today and take the opportunity to experience Kubota with football season kickoff savings.
This is more than a bundle. It's more than a combo deal. It's not just stuff. This is your home, your car. And you want to give them the protection they deserve. With home and auto insurance. State Farm agents get it. It's why they're here.
Talk to State Farm agent Shannon Van in Sallisaw today.
Is your furnace or air conditioner in your home acting up and causing you to be uncomfortable? Whether your furnace stops running or your air conditioning unit needs to be upgraded, you can count on Freeman Heat and Air, an authorized York dealer to provide the service and equipment you need to be comfortable again. Count on them for trustworthy, on-time, and worry-free service. Think Freeman Heat and Air and York for all your indoor comfort needs, when honesty and quality count.
At LaFerry's Propane, their friendly and dependable service is what sets them apart from their competitors, and they always strive to have the lowest priced propane in the area, too. LaFerry's Propane is an Oklahoma family-owned business with a local office just east of Sallisaw, employees that live in the community, and a propane filling station on site. No job is too large or too small. When it comes to propane, LaFerry's does it all. Come visit them on Highway 64 just east of town or check them out online at laferryspropane.com.
At Sallisaw Lumber, we are more than just a lumber yard. We are your full-service lumber company, hardware store, and appliance and flooring center all in one. If you don't find what you need, we'll order it for you. Our guys are standing at the counter ready to wait on you. And if you can't take it with you, we can deliver it to you for only $10. At Sallisaw Lumber, we've not forgot about good customer service. Sallisaw Lumber saves you time, saves you money.
Losing a loved one can be a devastating experience. Agent Mallory Martin Funeral Home has been caring for families for more than 100 years. We have 8 licensed funeral directors, 4 pre-arrangement counselors, and 3 locations in Sequoyah County.
When my mother passed away, I called Agent Mallory Martin, and they handled every request and took care of every detail.
Remember, it doesn't cost more to call the best. Let our family serve your family.
At Wayland's Body Shop, they truly believe that lasting relationships don't happen by accident. They're built on hard work, trust, and respect. Wayland's Body Shop will work closely with you and your insurance company to ensure that your repair will be done in a timely fashion and to your satisfaction. They treat you the way they like to be treated. It's less stressful when you take your auto to Wayland's Body Shop in Sallisaw.
If you prefer real mornings, shouldn't you have a real breakfast? At McDonald's, we get real about breakfast. That's why you can get a savory sausage biscuit and crispy golden hash browns for only $1.50. It's time to wake up breakfast.
When severe weather knocks you down, Shelter Insurance is there to help pick you up.
For free insurance review, contact Shelter Insurance Agent Randall Baker.
Peters Agency in Sallisaw provides case management, home health, provider care, and hospice services. Hospice provides end-of-life care to the terminally ill of all ages. Skilled nurses, certified aides, and other hospice team members make scheduled visits to the patient whether they reside at home, in an assisted or independent living center, or nursing home. Peters Agency is one of only 4 hospice agencies in the state of Oklahoma to be nationally accredited by the Accreditation Commission for Healthcare.
Care with prayer changes things.
At National Bank at Sallisaw, we know that sometimes you need a little help to make that dream home a reality. We know that having something you need and having something you really want can often go hand in hand. And sometimes, when you need a little extra, it's not for you at all, but for something much more important. National Bank at Sallisaw, money to lend with low interest rates. It's what we do. It's another way we can help.
At Charlie's Chicken, you can expect a delicious variety of freshly fried chicken complemented by over 10 home-style side options along with delicious desserts. Enjoy daily specials or a signature combo meal like Charlie's famous chicken chunks. Still want more? Their lunch and evening buffets are served 7 days a week and filled with all your favorites. For those on the go, drop by Charlie's drive-thru window and ask about catering too. Warning, chicken's so good, it'll knock your socks off. Charlie's Chicken in Sallisaw, 720 West Cherokee Avenue.
It's a well-known fact that in the game of football, defense wins championships. It's the impenetrable coverage of a great defense that defines championship-caliber teams, and nothing provides the kind of coverage and long-lasting defense for your home like a good roof from 2M Roofing and Renovation. Our roofers have over 20 years of experience to provide that championship-caliber defense for every roof we install. That means that your home will be covered when it comes face-to-face with the elements. At 2M, we provide the same great coverage for your family that we do for our own. Call us today at 479-279-6628.
You're watching Black Diamond Football on Mixed TV, Channel 19.
Hey folks, it's Justin Pettit. Be sure to join me and Sallisaw head football coach Randon Lowe each Wednesday at 6:30 live from Shady Oak Wing Shack for the Black Diamond Coaches Show. Come on out and have some great food and a great atmosphere as we talk all things Black Diamonds. That's the Black Diamond Coaches Show every Wednesday at 6:30 live from Shady Oak Wing Shack.
Whether you are a do-it-yourselfer or a contractor, Taylor Rental has the equipment you need when and where you need it. We carry a large selection of landscape equipment, power tools, lifts, loaders, excavators, and more. Taylor Rental is also your local retailer and service center for Hustler, Husqvarna, and Woods products. From rental to sales, from service to parts, we are Sallisaw's one-stop resource for all your indoor and outdoor projects. Taylor Rentals at 2510 South Kerr Boulevard. Find us online at arklahomarental.com.
Injuries happen. It's part of the game. When they happen, athletes deserve the best treatment available. Northeastern Health System in Sallisaw is here for you. Updated facilities and leading ER, radiology, and physical therapy departments provide top quality treatment, ensuring student athletes are back in the classroom and on the field as quickly as possible. So play hard and rest easy, because Northeastern Health System has got your back. Go Black Diamonds.
Forever Memories Funeral Services offers local ownership with deep roots in the community and a caring staff dedicated to serving Sequoyah County and surrounding communities. We provide ceremonies uniquely designed to celebrate the life journey of your loved one. We welcome you to take advantage of all our services, including pre-planning and grief counseling. Forever Memories Funeral Services, bringing family and friends together in a time of loss.
Score big with Gray Brothers and Kubota. Get football season kickoff savings such as the incredible Kubota BX 1880 tractor and get 0 down with 1.99% APR financing. Or for the ultimate ATV experience, try our all-new Kubota Sidekick and get 0 down with 2.99% APR financing for up to 72 months. Plus, ask us about the great package deals available on the Kubota L2501 tractor and matching equipment. So stop into Gray Brothers Equipment today and take the opportunity to experience Kubota with football season kickoff savings.
This is more than a bundle. It's more than a combo deal. It's not just stuff. This is your home, your car. And you want to give them the protection they deserve. With home and auto insurance. State Farm agents get it. It's why they're here.
Talk to State Farm agent Shannon Van in Sallisaw today.
Is your furnace or air conditioner in your home acting up and causing you to be uncomfortable? Whether your furnace stops running or your air conditioning unit needs to be upgraded, you can count on Freeman Heat and Air, an authorized York dealer to provide the service and equipment you need to be comfortable again. Count on them for trustworthy, on-time, and worry-free service. Think Freeman Heat and Air and York for all your indoor comfort needs, when honesty and quality count.
Welcome back to Aubrey J. Henshaw Stadium. Here in Muldrow, Oklahoma, the Diamonds on top of the Bulldogs 24-0 as we get you set for the second half kickoff. And it's rain picked up just a little bit during the halftime break here, as you can start to see the field. Yeah, it's getting pretty wet down there, especially on those hashes.
Yeah, referees are down there kind of walking around the field. Checking it out. I don't know why. I mean,
there's nothing to do about it.
It's not like they're going to call the game and say, we can't do it. But it is, the rain has not stopped, like we talked about since the beginning of the game. And it comes and goes. Like it'll like right now it's pretty steady. Every time the door opens, and that's kind of why we're not doing the live shot of me and you right now, is because there's just so many people in here that they just come and go, and we're right here on the corner. But do we have Josh? What's our first graphic that we're going to bring up here for the first half? And it is the halftime stats brought to you by Mr. Bobby Qualls. Black Diamond scored 3 times, and like we talked about, most of those 3 touchdowns were set up. The first touchdown by the
really, like you said, and like we're vested in this. Yeah. We're vested in this from a broadcast standpoint, from a fan standpoint, from an alma mater, where we went and played, that standpoint, because we want this team to succeed and do well. We want to see these kids do it as hard as they work in the offseason, and as hard as Coach Lowe and the coaching staff and much time as they put into that, as their families will probably attest to. Yeah. It's really showing out here on the field here on Friday nights.
And even off the field. I mean, it's a small town, so we run into a lot of these kids, at Walmart and at church and different places. And I know Caleb Borman personally, and his family were close friends. And the way that they're carrying themselves is a lot different than it was 2 years ago and last year. They're proud. They're proud of the way they're playing. They're proud of how their hard work's paying off. And
I mean, we're 2 quarters away from this team going 4-1 in district play right now.
Yeah,
4-1.
2 years removed from winning 1 game all year. So big kudos to these guys.
So here we go. Second half is underway. It's a short kick. First kick off the game. Hutchinson gets it at the 31. And across the 40. Get another good field position here for the Diamonds. He's dragging defenders all the way down to the 48-yard line. So 18-yard return here from Hutchinson.
You know, one thing I was thinking about a while ago, Matt, we haven't talked about it yet, but, I mean, other than a few penalties by Muldrow, I'm talking about more about Sallisaw, it's been a fairly clean played game for Sallisaw. And these conditions you would think would bring on some penalties, but they've done a great job of keeping a clean game.
I don't recall Sallisaw having one penalty.
I don't think they have. I wasn't going to say that because I didn't know 100% sure, but
I don't believe so. McTire's under center, going to hand off to Poole off the left side. Finds a seam, breaks through a tackler, and another as he's got a first down and more across the 30.
He's going to get wet again.
He's finally pushed out of bounds at the 30-yard line is where they're going to mark it. So 21-yard carry for Sawyer Poole on the opening play of the second half, and the Diamonds are in business here to start.
I was 100% looking for a flag right there. As we
just because you said it?
Just because we talked about it.
It's like the no-hitter?
100%.
Why is it when your team's playing and has a no-hitter and you talk about it, it ends, but if you talk about the other team's no-hitter that's going on,
it keeps going. Yeah. It actually kind of pushes it through the end.
Another handoff here to Poole. Ball's on the ground as he's able to fall back on it as it hit one of the linemen's
I think he gained a yard, yeah.
And fell on it for a 2-yard gain.
Just one thing Sallisaw in the first half, won the turnover battle, 2 turnovers to none. So, you know, a big reason why they're up 24-0 here in start the second half. So definitely don't want to put the ball on the ground to start your drive here.
Under center, hands off again to Poole. He met at the line of scrimmage, gets maybe 2 yards as he's down to the 27. It'll be 3rd down and 7.
I know they're probably not looking for it, but you don't have any safety over. Muldrow's not playing a safety over the top, and they're playing press coverage out here one-on-one. So, you know, you have the option. Nicholson has not been a factor in the passing game tonight. You have the option there if you want to split him out wide and get one-on-one coverage.
It's 3rd down and 7. Heavy look. Counter play to Poole as he has nowhere to go.
Yeah, just sloppy field. You can see him sliding everywhere.
It just can't cut.
No.
And that's what Sawyer makes a living off of.
Oh, he has to have that. He has to have his footing. And that play call right there tells me, hey, we're going to go for it on 4th down. So let's see if we can get half of it here and set up an easier call for 4th and short.
4th and 5. So Borman, the lone receiver to the near side. McTire under center. Hands off again to Poole. And he is
not going to get it.
Not going to. He's going to be well short. Gets maybe a yard on the play. It'll be a turnover on downs.
Turnover on downs. But, hey, the clock continues to run. You know, as you're running the football, it's going to continue to run. So
the clock's still running?
Yeah, the clock's still running. You don't want to put the ball in the air and stop the clock.
Where are the coaches, Chris?
Well, I don't know. What you tell me that. We're talking about Varsity Blues, folks. When Coach Kilmer quit in the middle at halftime, but then all of a sudden, I guess all of his assistant coaches quit too.
It's always going to be a mystery.
Because the players are calling with the headsets on. I don't understand it.
Who are they talking to?
Who is he got a headset on? Nobody's in the booth.
Matthews drops back to pass. Intercepted by Jace Nicholson.
He's going to know it.
He had one man to beat besides the quarterback, and good tackle there to bring him down inside the 20 as the Diamonds take the interception, and it'll put them immediately into the National Bank of Sallisaw red zone.
Let's see how quick Josh can get there. And there it is. I like that.
I gave you a little slow heads up.
I like that. Well, you would think Josh would be able to see that he's gonna get tackled in the red zone. Let's get this thing up. Josh has got a lot going on tonight with the bad connection. We'll leave him alone.
So Diamonds get the ball back here, 1st down and 10 off the interception from Jason Nicholson. It's going to be a bootleg. He's got a man wide open. That's McHenry in the end zone, or right in front of it. As the throw was a little behind him, it's broken up.
They're going to get him on pass interference. He got there a little early, bumped at McHenry in the back.
McHenry had a step on the defender as McTire tried to get it out quick enough to get in front of him.
How about the player just picked up the flag? Here, you want this?
I think it was the Cowboys game the other night where the guy caught it. They threw 2 flags on the pass interference, and the defender reached out and caught the flag in midair.
I've never seen a player pick up the flag and try to hand it back to the referee.
So they're going to call a pass interference on the Bulldogs, which, hard to tell from this angle. He looks like he reached around and broke it up.
He got there. I think he bumped him early. Of course, it was, it's 6'4", against 5'8", so it didn't,
It was 2-0 It's still 2-0 bottom of third.
So that'll be a first down and goal here at the 10 for the Diamonds. 9:16 to go in the third. 24-0 your score. Quickly out of the huddle. Under center's McTire. Handoff to Poole. Cuts it upfield. Got some room. He's going to get inside the 5 down to about the 4-yard line. So it'll bring up second down and goal.
The Diamonds hurry up here. No huddle. That offset.
Just look probably for the same play. As it is going to be the handoff. As Poole takes it outside into the end zone as he walks in for a Diamond touchdown, as they will now go up 4 scores on top of the Muldrow Bulldogs here early in the third quarter.
Great vision by Sawyer to see that they've been running the same play, same play.
We could see it from here, but think about when you're on field level. Looking behind that line.
Clogged that hole up the middle, and Sawyer bounced it out and walks into the end zone.
So bringing a few
how many
bodies
different plays do they have out of the swinging game?
Well, this is one I've never seen. Snap to McTire, looks to the back of the end zone, and it's broken up.
It's one of the few passes we've seen out of that.
By Caden Chandler. As a 2-point conversion is no good, so the Diamonds will be on top 30-0. So we were up 23-7 at halftime.
Remember.
And, me and Trent Whitekiller over on the sidelines, doing our thing over there. And, we're already thinking, what's our ring size here? Because we're fixing to get a state championship ring for doing
freshmen.
If it wasn't for us on scout team, we wouldn't have been there as freshmen. And so me backing up every time Derek Fine went across the middle, and I was in the secondary.
So your Derek Fine was my Josh Holman.
Yep. So I was high throw, incomplete, well covered by the Diamond defense. That's Poole and Sanders. I was telling Buck yesterday, he's in the office, one of the first practices I ever had is I was at Rover, or safety, and I was over the top of Derek.
Yeah.
And he comes running right at me. He's about to run a flag route, and I back up, and I'm so paranoid that I go straight to the ground. Nobody touched me. He didn't even touch me. He wasn't even there.
He just dropped.
It's his aura just knocked me down.
Yeah. I remember the first couple practices. Let's see if we get a punt return here.
Nicholson's going to have plenty of room to run. Going to have good field position again as he crosses the 40 inside the 35. And we've got some sliding going around. You see that block where they slid about 8 yards across your screen.
Is that a flag down on the field right there about the 30?
There is, yes.
I think they're going to get Sallisaw for a block in the back. So the first penalty of the night, I think, is about to come against the Diamonds. Sure enough. So what I was going to say is the first couple of practices, talking about freshmen, for Carson and his 4th grade team, they have a thing now called the tackling donut, where it's a donut, a padded circle, and you roll it across the field, and then that's what the kids go and tackle. And I was laughed. I said, man, when I was in school, that was a freshman. You just run it. Okay, you run.
I hated. So as freshmen, we didn't show up to practice until a little bit later
on.
After 7th hour. Well, we would all sit in the locker room and look out the door to see if individual D was over. When individual D was over and no more tackling drills, then we'd all start running out there like we just got dressed.
Slip through the tackle. That's a nice job there by Collins.
I remember
one-on-one tackle
with Keith Darcy and Brad Jackson and Derek Blunt and all those. None of us wanted to go out there and do one of my first practices. And I hope Keith is listening. I don't know if he watches or listening. But I remember him pointing at me, making sure that I'm going the same time he is. And it was not fun.
It's funny now you can start telling what Sallisaw players are kind of getting some playing time because they've got the bright white jerseys on.
So he gets close to the first down, and they're pointing on the field.
Saying
there's a ball on the ground.
Saying they got a fumble. Looks like they're going to call him down.
It's going to be a first down for the Diamonds. So 6-yard pickup for Sawyer. That'll put the ball inside the 35, down to about the 34. Handoff to Poole. Gets across the 25, down to the 24, close to another first down, about 9.5, maybe 10.
When you can put together 10-yard bursts, you know, and especially where they are, that's about where they're running plays is about the muddiest, sloppiest part of the field. You can tell most of it's been, and I tell you why too, because Muldrow warmed up on this side.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Sallisaw didn't warm up down here, so this part of the field's not as bad.
So second short, handoff to Poole. One move gets him the first down as he was good pressure for the Muldrow defensive line there as he made one jump cut, kind of a step to the left, and was able to get that first down.
5 minutes exactly left in the third quarter.
Remind y'all it's 30-0, Diamonds on top. 4 touchdowns, three of the 4 two-point conversions converted.
Inching ever so closer to that playoff berth.
Heavy set to the left. Handoff goes to Poole. Nowhere to go, and there's a flag on the play.
Thrown in the vicinity of holding.
Holding on the Diamonds.
And I waited until I started to see. They want to see chop block again, you know.
I want to remind you that you can catch the replay of tonight's game tomorrow at 10 a.m. on Saturdays and on Tuesday evening at 6:30. And also let you know there's several different ways you can watch this game on Dominet Channel 19 on the Mix Facebook page. Just search KXMX online at KXMX.com and on our app in the App Store also at KXMX. Shift here to the right side as McTire goes under center.
So run on counter.
Hands off
there.
on the counter, and he's stuffed in the backfield. Muldrow's defense really has made some adjustments in the second half.
You're right. They've done a nice job of clinching in and squeezing in those gaps on the ends, and because that's what Sallisaw was living off of in that first half was the power and then the counter.
And there really hasn't been a big play. It's been just 6, 8, 5, 10, 4. For the Diamonds.
When Sawyer's been able to get to the edge, he's turned up
had a few,
for 20, 25 yards, but nothing huge.
A little hard count there for McTire as it's second and long for the Diamonds.
First time I think Salisaw's found themselves in a second and really long situation. So they're going to run a little screen.
Throws a screen pass going to Gardner.
Mason Gardner
makes the catch, but he's going to get maybe back to the line of scrimmage.
Looks like he probably should have had a few more Skittles.
His jersey's too white. He needed to
His jersey is way too white. Mason, when you're watching this back, just know that all you have to do on the sideline is just lay down, roll around in the mud. It makes you look like you played a little more. That's what I used to do.
So 3rd and 22. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. McTire rolls to his right, looks downfield, throws it, caught again by McHenry, his 4th catch of the night. And he gets inside the 30 down to the 26. It's going to be 4th and long still, but really there's no other option.
No, I mean,
you're going to go for it.
You're going to go for it, and you're probably going to run another pass play because I don't know if you have the footing to be able to get outside on any kind of a run.
So 4th and 13, maybe 14 yards here.
Good news is that Jackson's jersey is still pretty white.
Takes a snap, boots to his left.
Better throw it now.
And he's backside is just brought down on the sack. Way back there at the 37-yard line, so turnover on downs.
Sean Urban, a junior. They just no backside protection on that, and
fired up the remaining fans here.
Yeah, Jackson.
Hinshaw.
Jackson's trying to hold on to that ball because it's taking these guys a little bit longer tonight to get 13, 14 yards than it typically would. But you don't like seeing your quarterback take a hit like that up 30 to nothing.
As you just said, his jersey's pretty clean.
welcome. Yeah.
So another turnover on downs here as the Bulldogs take over, and the snap goes through the hands of the quarterback, Matthews. He's going to run for his life as he's, I don't know, that's going to be grounding.
Made it back to the line of scrimmage.
But you know what? He's running pretty darn good for what happened earlier. He actually, that's the first time we've really seen him run.
What do you know, what's your other option? You take the sack right there. This crew got a kick out of that, too.
So that'll be a loss of down, second and long here on the intentional grounding.
Come up on 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third quarter.
I want to remind you to make sure and be part of the live audience for the Black Diamond Coaches Show every Wednesday evening at 30 from Shady Shack. Talks all things Black Diamonds football. Join us Wednesday at 6:30 for the live show. If you cannot make it out, you can watch on our mixed Facebook page. As Matthew takes a snap, balls on the Bulldogs, full power, 19 to 3. Looks like it for the Bulldogs. Update you on scores as Vian is taking we're up top 18 in the third quarter.
Okay.
And we need to check the Poto Broken Bow score well. As their connection.
I think so.
And up lower, it's going long. Split up here. Looks like a big number 24-7.
So that will.
Poto on top, Broken Bow 0 at halftime.
Okay. So go back to the Wagner game. That, you know, if you're looking ahead.
24
if you're looking ahead.
Punt.
Sallisaw does, in fact, a 3 or a 4 seed. Bristol are 1 and 2.
That's
in 4A1.
Which is partner with 4A.
Yes, and so that, or they 4A. I think they 3. Bristol and Wagner. I think we partner with 3. They're going to finish up 1 and 2. So that game, I think, a lot of impact on who Sallisaw could face in the Purple Pirates or the Wagner Bucks.
So half this time goes to Isaiah Blaylock, freshman for the Diamonds.
Bunch of for Sallisaw now. But we'll talk about it probably later. We don't want to, you know, get too far ahead as the clock's rolling. 43 seconds and counting in the third quarter.
Because he gets 28 first down.
But if Sallisaw can somehow figure out over the hill this weekend, in District 4-4 now for the third place team is the 2. So for those of you who keep up Katusa's beat in there.
Down here, if I'm not mistaken, with 8.6 seconds to go in the third, had a sting run from
just opened up the season overtime. So, you know, depending on what could have old last 2 weeks of the season, be an interesting rematch.
It's like Upton's going to come in and attempt his first extra point of the night.
This is good for Upton because you never know what you're going to have to kick into.
Well, it's not going to matter because the snap goes through the hands of McTire.
Which is probably why they've gone for 2 every time since the first of the game.
So 36-0 your score. 8.6 seconds right here. So fix and take a break here at the end of the quarter. But, you know, really, you know, solid effort on the defensive side, especially the Diamonds as the turnover of them, obviously, from the water.
Oh, yeah.
I don't recall many positive plays given up here since the past.
I feel like here tonight and done what had to do. It hadn't always been pretty on the offensive side, but it doesn't need to be. The goal coming into this was to tear the football, you know, get on top early, and then just kind of out, and that's what they've been in. Defensive effort has been such. The Diamonds have just come in tonight and taken care of business, and you know, crazy. They're going to come out on top.
So once again, to remind you, 8.6 seconds to go in the third, 36-0.
It's looking at the field. It's crazy. I mean, you can just tell which side most of the action has been played on tonight, and it's that right side.
The deep kick here, funny, on the hands of Collins up at the 8. To get to this thing, back to the house.
5.
92.
After kind of random, the Bulldogs had 2 positive plays offensively,
and they've both
been by Trey Collins. So, you know, he's a freshman. You know, so that's why that coach let that step. We're going to have to do that.
So that puts the Bulldogs on the board.
But just a huge burst through once he got in the open field. There was no question that he was taking that thing to the house. As you look back down there at Matt Davis, our camera guy, who's just freezing cold. It's kind of warm in here. My hands are starting to get sweaty.
You have extra gloves.
We're in the Rockies.
Oh, yeah.
So after this extra point,
High snap. He's going to throw it. He's got a man. He's a little bit short.
First time I've seen that complete.
Talk about let's break it. Be the score. I'm back for
Service Company, Hardware and Flooring Center. If you don't find what you need, we'll order it. Our guy counter ready to wait on you. And if you can't take it with you, we can deliver you for only $10. At Sallisaw Lumber, we've not found customer service. Time saves me.
Losing a loved one can be a devastating experience. Agent Mallory Martin Funeral Home.
Blaylock again.
Rain starting to
it
come
is,
down
yes, it
pretty
is.
hard now. As a player, Matt, did you want to play in something like this? Was it kind of neat, or were you like me?
You know, it's once you want to do it once and kind of experience it. And I did in a JV game where we were getting tackled and sliding for 5-6 yards and all that. But no, because it really takes away your game plan.
Yeah. My senior year, 2000, we went 9-0, first 9 games. Didn't have to play in anything like that. And then game 10 against Fort Gibson, at Fort Gibson, they did not have turf, and it was awful. I mean, just like this, maybe a little bit even harder rain. And like I said a while ago, that game caused you guys to get new white uniforms. So.
So 4th and 4 here. Diamonds are going to go for it on the Bulldog 35. Fakes the handoff. Scavo keeps it. He's going to be tackled at about the line of scrimmage. It's going to be short. Another turnover on downs here for the Diamonds.
Great defensive stand by the Bulldogs. Bulldogs, you take over on down.
Field goal. Hall kicked the field goal. Nice stick there. I don't know. I didn't see who it was.
I think it's a little unfair. You see, Metro is down in 2A now, who's just dominating.
Yeah, they're just hammering people. That's what I was going to talk about in the pregame a while ago, too, and I forgot. But, Salisaw's, this will be their 4th win in a row. Take them to 5-3. The 3 losses they had were back-to-back against Stigler, Tahlequah, and then in Poto in league. Stigler's 5-2. Tahlequah is 7-0 and just destroying people in 5A. And then Poto is 6-1 and up tonight against Broken Bow. So we talk about it all the time, but, man, those non-conference games, it's no fun to lose those games.
And they Catoosa fighting for a playoff spot.
Yeah, but it prepares you for this stretch, for this stretch here, these games where you're probably a little dinged up, you're probably a little tired, prepares you for that. So the 3 losses Sallisaw has this year, there's nothing to be ashamed about on those 3 losses. Those are 3 very good football teams. And, it just kind of got them ready for making this playoff run here.
3rd down and 6, 7:14 remaining in the game, 36-6. Diamonds on top. Handoff, he's brought down in the backfield. Looks like number 16 for the Diamonds, Dylan Profit on the tackle. There's 6:52 and counting. What other weekly quote have we missed tonight? Anything else? We covered about all of our must-haves.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of what Salisaw's doing out here tonight defensively reminds me a lot of myself. I don't know if I've gotten that one.
You
in.
have not. You have not talked about Chris Sharp yet.
I don't know if I've gotten that one in tonight. But
timeout on the field called by the Bulldogs. We'll pause that and continue our weekly chat here once we get back from break. We'll be right back from XTV Channel 19.
At Whalen's Body Shop, they truly believe that lasting relationships don't happen by accident. They're built on hard work, trust, and respect. Whalen's Body Shop will work closely with you and your insurance company to ensure that your repair will be done in a timely fashion and to your satisfaction. They treat you the way they like to be treated. It's less stressful when you take your auto to Wayland's Body Shop in Sallisaw.
So 4th down and long for the Bulldogs.
You can get a stop here. Looks like they're going to punt too, but
they got to stop already.
Oh, I thought they were going to go for it on 4th down. I would. Why wouldn't you? But I think the Diamonds are going to be able to run a lot of that clock off this drive here.
I'm predicting
get a couple first downs and
that this will be the last Diamond drive of the game. And that spot right there between the 40 and the 25 and between the hashes.
It's the worst place to have the football. I don't know if there's any grass left in there. I'm not sure how many of Muldrow's last.
Stinks, that's we see, the I don't know, the benefit of having turf is what's going to happen in this field after this is going to be ruined.
That's what I was just fixing to say. I don't know how many of the last 2 games Muldrow has at home, but this field will need to be resurfaced.
Well, Chris, since I dislike you. So they at Poto and at Stillwell. No, sorry. Still.
Well, maybe not big grass out there.
Up 2nd down and 7 at the time now. 5:40 to go in the game. 22 seconds still in. I think they're just talking about what they're going to eat after the ball game.
What's in the locker room right now?
No, we didn't have
ranch every once in a while.
And up to Blaylock. Maybe pick up on Charlie McDonald's. We had McDonald's a few times.
Charlie Gano was Western Sizzling every week.
Always with the sausage. It was like was that steak? Hamburger steak?
Yeah, hamburger steak, which I'm just not a fan of.
Yeah, big sauce.
Joey Weird and Coach Lank's just tips. You don't get that anymore.
None of us even knew what that meant.
Carbs when you're 37.
Ball on the ground. It's the Bulldogs. Not the ball back. Story. The first time they've been in downtown.
Since that drive?
I don't know that they ever reached it then.
I mean, they were down there for about a point, 1 point from the 50 goal line. But maybe since that first drive. A shout out to the Sallisaw Youth League football teams who begin playoffs tomorrow. Coach in the 3rd grade will play at 10 o'clock at home. Carson's team, the 4th grade bunch, traveling for 11 kids. 5th grade at home, I'm not sure who they play, and then 6th grade is on the road as well. So good luck to the youth league teams tomorrow in the playoffs. It was a fun. Well, yeah, thank you. I'm not sure there's anything better right now than a honey roasted cashew. I don't know these.
We want to thank our sponsor, Honey Roasted, Great Value Honey Roasted.
These cashews. Icebreaker duos are pretty good too. Strawberry.
We'll be expecting our checks from Great Value and Icebreakers next week.
You think Great Value has a little bit?
There's a little kind of fumbled the ball right off the snap or the handoff.
Sallisaw did recover another fumble. Is that 4? 4 turnovers on the night?
I have lost count.
I think it's 4.
I think it's more than that, but okay?
Bobby can tell us.
A muff punt or with the punter. Is that a turnover?
That should be it. Yeah, no.
Because they're gonna get the ball anyways.
Yeah. It was 4th down. They just it's turnover on downs.
Okay.
How many turnovers have we got tonight, Bob? 4 fumbles and interceptions, so 5. Talk a little louder, but the folks can't hear you out there, Bob.
We got to have some controversial call here in the last 2 minutes to go to our rules analyst.
We have to, because very rarely does he get to sit. Does he get to sit right next to us?
We need to create a little box on our screen, and this has a camera on Bobby the whole time.
At least bring him a little table, because he looks like he's struggling right now. he's sitting on a stool, folks, for those of you who want to know.
He's sitting inside in the dry, warm press box.
On a stool, trying to write on his lap.
2nd down and 12, 50 seconds. This probably will be the last play, barring a stoppage of time somehow.
Now, when the clock hits 0, I want the rain to stop. Looks like a little victory formation here.
Yes. Snap, knee. That'll put it at 25 seconds and counting. I'm going to say that's going to do it for the ball game as the Diamonds are going to come up victorious here in Muldrow. 36-0 the playoff spot officially now. Their time in 3 years go to 4 in district. 4 straight victories for the
Diamonds have for the first time. It's probably been on the road, and they are playing well in playoffs here coming.
That's right. So 36-6 your final score. Diamonds play the game. We're out for Mixed TV channel.
Here for real works. Shouldn't you have a real breakfast? At Donald's, we get real about breakfast. That's why you see sausage biscuit, golden hash browns for only $1.50. Pick up breakfast.
When it brings you down, Shelter's there to help pick you up.
For free insurance review, contact Shelter Insurance Agent Randall Baker.
Peters Agency in Sallisaw provides case management, home health, provider care, and hospice services. Hospice provides end-of-life care to the terminally ill of all ages. Aides and hospice team members provide home and nursing home. Peters Agency is hospice agency home accredited by the Accredited Committee for Health Care.
Error changes things.
At National Bank of Sallisaw, we know that sometimes you need a little help with the dream a reality. We know that you need and something often go hand in hand. And sometimes we need a little extra. It's not for you at all, but for something much more important. National Bank of Sallisaw, money to lend with low rates. It's what we do. It's another way we can help.
At Charlie's Chicken, you can expect a delicious variety of freshly fried chicken complemented by over 10 home-style side options, along with delicious desserts. Enjoy daily specials or a signature combo meal like Charlie's famous chicken chunks. Still want more? Their lunch and evening buffets are served 7 days a week and filled with all your favorites. For those at Charlie's drive-thru window, ask about catering too. Warning, chicken so good, it'll knock your socks off. Charlie's Chicken in Sallisaw, 720 West Cherokee.
The well-known game of football, defense wins championships. See impenetrable coverage, a great defense that defies games, and nothing provides the kind of coverage and long-lasting defense for your home like a good roof from 2M Roofing and Renovation. Our roofers have over 20 years of experience to provide that championship caliber defense install. That means that your home will be covered when it comes to face with us, and we provide the same great coverage for your family with tomorrow. Call us today at 479-279-6628.
Watching Black Diamond Football, Mixed TV, Channel 19.
36 to score. Diamond on top, clinching their first playoff spot in 3 years, 4-1 here in District 5-3 overall. So good game overall for the Diamonds in this wet, slight conditions here tonight. A lot of turnovers, a lot of mishaps due to the weather and the field conditions tonight. But
and it wasn't. We knew coming in it was going to be like this. We're going to just have to, be patient. Not much too fast, and it came out and took care of the football that they had to do. They got up like we talked about in the pregame. They got up. And the field conditions deteriorated. They kind of just used the turnover to kind of their advantage. And Blaylock came in with a spark and a touchdown, but can't send for
it's better you just want to come in here and get a victory and get out.
Win and move on. So to clinch a playoff spot next week, headed over the hill. We got Josh bring up some final stats from tonight. And total, 5 total touchdowns. 3 of the first 3 touchdowns, Diamonds went for 2 and got it. So that's kind of how we got to the score that we got. Threw for 49 yards, but hey, that's a tough 49 yards. And it was a big 49 yards isn't a lot, but it produced. There was production from that 49 yards. McHenry had 4 of those catches and completed 5 of 10 passing, so 50%. But that 50% we'll take in these conditions. 190 rushing yards against 25 total tackles. Nicholson Sanders had 5. Leading rusher carried the ball 26 times for 9 yards, 2 times. McHenry, like I said, 4 of the 5 receptions, 49 yards. And Blaylock touched the ball 11 times when he came in. Had a tough 61.